whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. Huh, so many people on meth. Ow!
Well, this happens all the time, so it's really a big warning to these older guys out there that think that these young, hot girls in Miami are attracted to you. They're not. You've got a big old fat Rolex on your wrist. That's what they're into, not you. Another chump found out the hard way. 23-year-old Las Vegas woman Rachel Marie Warner is now facing multiple felony charges after allegedly drugging a man and stealing his $18,000 Rolex at Miami's East Hotel.
Dang.
They were having some drinks at the Sugar rooftop bar, and then surveillance shows Warner entering the man's room at about 11:27 p.m. and then leaving alone at about 3:30 a.m.
She didn't leave alone. She left with his watch. She knows what time it is.
Uh-huh. The victim then reported blacking out after she made him a drink and awoke to find his watch gone and his phone locked. Then, with an undercover operation, Warner was caught and charged with burglary, with assault, grand theft, and drug possession. They found narcotic-laced eye drops in her purse.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And apparently, when they caught her, she was in the midst of another heist on another guy at that moment.
Wow.
Yep.
They caught her out and about in the wild doing it again.
Again, she had another mark that she was working at the moment.
And she's from Vegas? So
she's from Vegas.
Does she fly in and hit the guys in Miami and then fly back home?
Very good question, and you might be right. That's what I would suspect.
Wow.
You can't say she doesn't have a work ethic, though.
You're right. Yeah, absolutely.
She's a real go-getter, that one.
Faith Miles and Raymond Martinez were arrested after allegedly stealing over $2,000 in merchandise from the Walmart on Indiantown Road in Jupiter. They had in their possession a bicycle worth over $2,000.
Oh, boy.
When the cops were called, they took off and jumped into a nearby canal.
Oh, boy.
I mean, how bad do you want to get away when you jump in a random canal?
That's not going to work out well for you.
Yeah, and the cops caught him. They're like, "Oh, what? We didn't do anything." They're like, "Well, why were you running?" Like, "I don't know. We just felt like running." That was their excuse. They said they were running for no reason.
Exercise.
With a bike. They then went back to the Walmart. They're like going, "So you guys didn't steal anything? Like, this isn't you taking all these items out without paying for them?" And yeah, now they're both facing charges of grand theft and resisting arrest without violence. So yeah, how bad do you want to get away and you jump in a canal?
I would never want to get away that bad.
As a guy who's been in many canals,
Yep.
they're not that fun. I would much rather be in the ocean.
There's a 38-year-old man in Kansas named Gordon Pierce who stole a rare 800-pound Spanish-American War cannon from a park in Wichita.
Again, we're hearing that multiple people are stealing cannons from these national parks.
Same cannon, same guy, just got caught, and now we know what it was all about because they couldn't believe that somebody stole a cannon. What happened? He owed his drug dealer $20,000, and he was worried that the drug dealer was going to kill him and his family if he didn't pay him. So he gets this homeless guy, and he's like, "Hey, will you help me rip this cannon out of the ground?" When he got it out, he used a chain and towed it away with his Chevy Tahoe. Then he got some tools and he cut it up into 4 or 5 different pieces. And then he took that to his drug dealer. And his drug dealer's like, "What am I supposed to do with pieces of a cannon?" He's like, "You're plain as stupid."
You broke it when you cut it up, you moron.
I guess he was trying to look for things with copper that he could steal. And the drug dealer's like, "Give me money. Like, I don't deal in broken cannon." A friend then turned him in, and he was charged with theft of property, aggravated criminal damage, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
That copper, though, big money.
Big money. There's a bus driver in Indiana that's accused of having a blood alcohol level of .221 while driving kids on a field trip.
And let me guess, when the cop pulled him over, I only had 2.
I don't think you're allowed to have one. You're driving the school bus?
No, you shouldn't have it in your system.
It's pretty sad how many body cams are out there where people are getting arrested and they are hammered and they got kids in the car. And they're not
Crazy.
just like buzzed. They are knocked over, throw up on the side of the car.
Dang.
There's a man who was wearing an evil-looking clown mask and walking around with a chainsaw. This happened in Cohoes, New York, and somebody else said, that ain't funny, man. So they confronted the clown with the chainsaw. A scuffle breaks out. Police get a call that there's a guy wrestling an evil clown with a chainsaw. And they're like, we might want to check that out. The clown got arrested for menacing.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
What's menacing about that? A clown with a chainsaw. Horrifying.
There's a Florida man that got arrested for a road rage incident in Naples that involved throwing a ratchet.
Ooh, that's going to break a window.
Albert Guillen Garcia approached the victim and the witness, who is his ex-girlfriend. He hit the window with a metal socket ratchet, breaking the window glass. He then is accused of throwing the ratchet toward the victim's face and shattering their phone.
Oh, my.
He's facing 2 felony charges. And I got to tell you, Florida road rage is getting crazy.
But that's not just road rage, though. That's his ex.
That's true.
Something else is going on there, but
yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, yesterday there was a video. They're looking for a guy in Broward that there was a mom that was picking up her daughter from the airport, and she passed this guy, and he flashed a gun at her.
What?
And she has video of it. They've got a very clear picture of his face. And
Trying
they're
to be
looking
all-
for that guy.
Trying to be all cute and tough. They're going to get you.
Yep. The Pittsburgh Pirates have suspended an usher who fought a fan and swung his belt at his face.
Oh, no.
I saw this video.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, the fan and his friend were supposedly harassing a woman working in a concession stand, and the fan also spat at the usher. So he deserved a little beatdown, but still, the usher bloodied the guy's face with his belt, and he was working at the time.
Oh, the
So
usher.
he's been suspended because of it.
The usher beat his ass. I mean, it was a bloodbath.
A Nebraska man is facing 2 felonies after being accused of attacking his neighbor and her 7-year-old daughter with a lightsaber.
Oh, no. Was it on May the 4th be with you?
That is a really good question. I'm not really sure.
Or was it on Revenge of the 5th?
Could have been. They say that Aiden White had become upset with the victims because their rent was going to be raised due to them keeping the thermostat set too high. Deputies actually seized the lightsaber and described it as a higher quality device made of metal and thick plastic that was about 3.5 feet long. And they said that could actually cause significant pain and injury when you strike somebody with it. So now he's facing charges of felony child abuse and 2nd-degree assault.
One of my last lightsaber duels was with the Kevin Ralston, and I was dressed as Darth Vader, and some kid during our battle at the movie premiere called me Lord Vader. And I was like, damn, instead of Lord Vader, Lord Vader.
crushing.
And I was fat, and Kevin didn't want to be, you had to dress up in a costume too, because our boss made us. Because it was a promotion for the new Star Wars movie. So me and Kevin are breaking out battles. That was
You don't want to be there.
no, and then my spirit was broken. Like, this kid's coming
Yeah.
to
Lord Vader.
I'm like, yeah, he's right. I am fat. Where's the popcorn?
Authorities are on the hunt for a woman accused of faking a bomb threat at a Houston area airport, all to allegedly frame her ex. You think you had a crazy ex? 25-year-old Kaylin Price is being charged with making a false report after calling 911 back in January, claiming her ex-boyfriend was planning to bomb 2 airports, and it was all a lie.
Whoa.
She reportedly gave police his flight info and even claimed he had a gun in his bag.
Oh, my God. Oh, he was flying. So he
Yeah.
was there at the airport.
Yeah.
And she's like, look out for him. He's on Spirit flight, whatever.
I mean,
Yeah.
that is next level evil.
Wow.
It is. And when they confront him, he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, I got a crazy ex, though. And apparently she done a lot of things. Like she had him fired from his job. And apparently she likes to use phone apps to hide her number. So she had just been terrorizing this guy.
Wow.
Yeah, police say the man recognized her voice on the 911 call. And even the mother of his kids backed up his story. She is wanted by police and is now facing felony charges.
You can still get those numbers, though. Those
Yeah.
dummy numbers, I mean, your regular person can't get them.
But the cops can.
They know how to get that stuff.
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.